Oh, I am. I was just going fast what I meant.
You're sad from the standpoint of that point, not to see us.
Oh, I am. I like to see y'all every Monday. It's a good thing. That's a good thing. Absolutely. So.
After going back and watching the game film, still, of the opinion you're playing your best football right now?
Yeah, and there's no doubt about that. I think we're definitely obviously got some things we got to clean up. Got to continue to get better, but that's every week. I think you're seeing guys play with a lot of confidence. I think Taj is really playing with some really great confidence in his receivers. And Martavis Bryant's another one's playing really well right now. And it's kind of feel like he and Taj kind of have a really good chemistry. Something was missing early in the year. So, executing up front, Brandon Thomas continues to play well. Ryan Norton's playing well. Tyler Shatley playing well. I was very pleased with Isaiah Battle, with Isaiah being in there. Kind of got his shoulder banged up just a little bit, but came back in and played. Was glad to see him in there. Definitely gave us a lot of athleticism up front, a lot of physicality. I mean, very physical up front with him. So it was good to see. That's kind of what we've been waiting on. We gotta be consistent with it. And so, again, this is an offensive football team over the last three and a half games. It has really, it's kind of getting better every week, and we're playing our best offensive football right now at the right time.
How long have you been thinking about the battle move to right tackle?
Well, I mean, we've been wanting to do it all year, really, and it was just, was he ready? And it just never. We would try, and it was kind of one of those things that we wanted it more than he did, and so, just through the course of the season, through some growing up that he had to do, and realize that, hey, look, I can do this, and so it's good to see that. It was, the open week came at the right time for us to be able to really work on that, and so, but he did. He definitely was a pleasant surprise at that position. He made some mistakes still, but boy, he gave us a lot of athleticism and again played physical.
As you get further into the season, y'all as coaches are more focused on game planning each individual week. Does that fall more on the individual player to have to get it himself? Because it's not like fall camp where you guys are all about fundamental growth.
Well, I mean, we're going to do what we do, and so it's not like you're going to come up with new plays and all kinds of new things each week. You do what you do, and you don't get to the point of winning 9 games that we've done by coming in and trying to recreate something each week, and so it's just a slow process. You bring your players along, and at some point in time in the season, you hope the light bulb clicks on. And but it's not that we go out each week and we're going to practice a different play or a different step. It's the same steps. It's the same plays we've been working on since August the 2nd. And it'll be the same plays and same steps we'll be working on through however long we play. And so, but at some point, you hope that light bulb clicks on and it becomes a want to. So.
Where do you feel like the light bulb's clicked on for Martavis? Seemed like he's over the last few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, he's made some really good catches, some really good plays. I think he's playing with great confidence in himself, and I think more than anything, where it's really kind of turned for him is I think he sees and recognizes that Taj has confidence in him, and so I think that's really helped him out. I think obviously the catch at Virginia, I think that was probably in that opening drive of the game. I believe it was the opening drive where he had to kind of make a basket catch. I think that really kind of did nothing but great things for his confidence. He made some catches in the Maryland game. But again, he too, much like a lot of the younger players that haven't played, you go through that kind of that growing up process through the course of the season, and you hope at some point in time that, because the light bulb will click on, it's going to, it will for every player, but some sooner than others, and you hope that when it does click on, that it's at that point in time in the season that you need it, and obviously Martavis has, and that's good to see.
Dabo was just asked a question about that, saying, would you advise him to come back or go pro? How would somebody like Martavis benefit from coming back for another year?
Well, I think he's playing his best ball right now. And again, it kind of goes back to what we were just saying. I mean, the light bulb's going to click on, but it's just a matter of when. I mean, and so now he's starting to figure it out. He's starting to realize how dominant of a receiver he can be, and to have another year underneath him playing at this level could only help him out. So yes, absolutely.
Are Martavis and Isaiah more mature right now than they were 3 months ago?
I would say so, yes. Yeah, I mean, they're still, as they all have ways to go, but most definitely Martavius and Isaiah is just a guy that's really trying to figure it out and understanding, especially over the last 2 weeks. When we just said, look, this is the move we're going to make, and at some point we just got to kind of push and say, here it is, and we're going to see where we stand at the end of this open week. If we feel confident that you can do it, then we're going to let you have it. And if we don't, then we hadn't lost anything. And so I think just the thing with Isaiah is the confidence that we have in him to just get out there and go execute the plan. I think that only helps him out. And so yeah, he did well, very well. And so it will be interesting to see how he continues to grow. He's a guy that's got to play. He's got to get reps. And this week is very important to him, both in practice and in the game.
How are some of the seniors feeling knowing that they basically only have 3 games left?
Well, I think you look at it, they only have 1 home game left. And I think that's the only thing they're focused on right now is this senior week and this senior night or senior day, Saturday. Just the realization that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And for maybe some of these freshmen and some of these guys that we talked about earlier, they don't quite understand that light it's in a distant future. And now, as a senior, you start seeing that there's a big bright light right in front of you, and that's, for some, it'll be the end of football. It'll be a start of a new career for them, a new journey in their life. For others, it'll be just an opportunity to move up to the next level to go play. So I think it's a surreal experience, just kind of a surreal type of emotion that they'll be going through. But to know that they have 3 games left, and this being the last one at home, it'll be a special time. This senior class obviously has done a lot of great things for this university and this program, and but I know one of the things they want to do, they want to finish, and they want to finish strong.
On Thursday night, Taj goes from saying, I thought my Clemson career was over, to he could have gone back in. I mean, he's shown his toughness before. It sounds like as he comes through these last 3 games, you'll have to carry him off with you.
Yeah, he was wanting to go back in and could have went back in, but there was no need. But he's, obviously we all know what he's done, and he's going to play until he can't play no more. And I'm excited for him. Obviously, everything he's done and the records he's broken, but again, he wants to finish, and that's where he wants to leave his legacy and just finishing strong.
Given the nature of this offense and how much he gets hit and has the ball in his hands, is his streak of, 37, 38 straight starts, is that pretty remarkable?
Yeah, it is. It's obviously it's anytime you can play in any offense and play that many snaps at the tempo that we play at, and asking your quarterback to be a part of the run game but again, Taj is a battler. He's a warrior, and that's what you appreciate, and that's what you respect about him.
Zach Brooks' lack of snaps and carries just a product of him being banged up?
It is, and we hope to have him back fully healthy this week. He worked out last week when we just felt like maybe one more week of just of not taking the pounding on it to get him ready for this final stretch run. So yeah, he should be back this week and ready to go.
Roderick spent the early part of the season saying, he doesn't view himself as a starter and all that, and he's clearly established himself as a #1 guy. Is Roderick McDowell a guy that plays better when he does get the 15, 20 consistent carries per game rather than
Yeah.
rotation?
No, I think he does. That's a great question. I mean, he's there's no doubt. I mean, he is our every down back right now, and you know, it is what it is. You know, we obviously got some really talented younger guys that we've redshirted, and we're excited about those guys. Zach's been banged up, which has had to force Hot Rod more into an every down role. And so, you know, and with DJ and his ankle and, you know, being limited in what he can do. So it's, I've been pleased with Hot Rod and just his ability to welcome his role. But he does. He gets better with the more carries that he gets. And, you know, again, you know, we know what Hot Rod's capable of doing. And there's sometimes he's in a position and being asked to do some things that maybe he's not very comfortable with doing. But because of the injuries or because of the way things have shaked themselves out, I mean, he's that's what you like about him. He gets in there and does it.
I don't think anybody really mixes up Cole as a dual threat kind of guy, but is he a little more better as a runner than maybe some people might give him credit?
Well, he is, yeah. Cole runs the ball well. You know, Cole makes really good decisions and knowing when to pull the ball down. He's not as elusive as Taj, but you know, he's elusive enough and runs well. But you know, his strengths and Taj's strengths may be a little bit different. So if he got in and do a certain part, you know, I don't know if we changed the complete game plan for Cole, but Cole's very capable of executing. There's not too many teams in the country that have a 3-year quarterback as a backup that can come in and make things happen. And then also with the capability of what Chad is doing, Chad coming in and playing, and Chad's more of a runner and did a really good job on the zone read the other night. So I'm excited about those two guys, and I know they're excited for Taj and to being the mentor that Taj has been for them, and you know, and pushing Taj to finish his career out strong. That it?
Yes, Coach.
All right, simple enough.
Maybe I'm a little biased in this, but